Several people are under arrest tonight for allegedly plotting a possible terror attack over Halloween weekend. FBI Director Kash Patel says, quote, multiple suspects were arrested in Michigan this morning. Federal agents were seen in Dearborn and Inkster, two suburbs of Detroit. According to investigators who spoke to the Associated Press, they believe the plot was inspired by ISIS. They're reportedly looking into whether the suspects were radicalized online. There's apparently a conversation in a chat room about carrying out an attack. They referred to it as a Pumpkin Day event. According to sources, President Trump commended federal law enforcement for acting quickly.
Some further details on the FBI reporting that terrorist attack in Michigan that was set to happen over the weekend, Halloween weekend. The FBI
We're catching people before they ever start. Yep.
So could this have been the next deadly terrorist attack, and what does it mean for our national security? Former FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon joins us now. Bobby, first of all, the details around this are very, very slim as of this hour, but we do know that there was apparently an undercover FBI agent who was in a chat room and was listening in to some sort of planning. First, how common is it for FBI agents to be going into these kinds of chat rooms?
Well, it's common in areas where there are certain levels of threats being leveled, and we know where those are generally, even on the dark web. And so that's a newer tactic of the FBI is to be able to infiltrate those rooms, go in there, not only listen or watch these conversations as they take place, but maybe sometimes participate in some of these and see whether or not there's legitimacy to this conversation. Are they really trying to do this, or is this just bluster?
And obviously posing as somebody sympathetic to the cause.
Absolutely, as an undercover agent. Just like an undercover agent would be out in the street in a disguise or acting like somebody else, they do the same thing online.
So we also know that an undercover agent reportedly went with the suspects or trailed them as they went to a shooting range. And it was at that point, even though there are reports police were not sure what any planned attack might entail, it was at that point they arrested them because of these references to Pumpkin Day and the fact that they were at a shooting range. They didn't want to take any chances.
That's right. And because you do have a balance in some of these, there's a lot of this online conversation taking place. And then you go, okay, who are these people and do they actually have the means to carry out this? You don't want to chase every group that's just blustering out of there on the internet trying to act tough. And so the minute they go to a shooting range, and supposedly reportedly they were using AK-47s and practicing, rapid reloads on those rifles. So at that point, then you have to take it down because now they have the means and probably the will to carry out an attack. And if you don't know where or when exactly this is going to take place, you have to take them down as quick as you can.
There's intent and then there's capability. We don't know if these suspects had the capability to do anything, but it's clear the FBI agents felt they definitely had the intent.
Yeah, the intent is usually there and the capability is the actual one you have to, and that's the double-edged sword. How long do you let them go in planning to the point where, because the defense is always going to say, well, they were just bragging, they were trying to look tough to each other, they never really were going to be able to carry this out. We had that in the Fort Dix attack several years ago. That was the defense. So you have to let them kind of go along the road of carrying this out, and you have to be able to show that they in fact did have not only the intent, as you say, but also they did have the capability. I think, as you alluded to, when they saw them going to a firing range, that's when they said, these guys have the weapons and we have to take them down.
The FBI reportedly believes these suspects were all radicalized online by ISIS. Does ISIS target people in the United States?
Well, what ISIS does is, and what they've done for a number of years, is they put the information out there and they don't maybe target specific individuals, but they're targeting groups of people and populations of people, young people in particular, that are kind of disaffected or, disillusioned with the government or things like that. So they put that information out in those areas and on those websites and in those chat rooms that they know are gathering places for people that are going to be prone to believing that ideology.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.